Hey, my name is Alex Ramerth. I work at the Mankato 4.0 location, and I've been there for 2 years.
My name is Justin Knutson. I manage the Minneota and Ivanhoe locations. I've been here since 2015.
My name is Tom Swore. I'm a mechanic here at 4.0 in Rockford. I've been here 13 years.
My name is Liz Lenzer. I have been with 4.0 for 9 years now.
My name is Lanny Woods, and I work for Sibley East 4.0. I've been working at 4.0 for approximately 5 years now. I have known Mike for approximately 50 years.
My name is Lucas, and with the company for 10 years now.
Elgin Yates. I've been here since 2009. I've known Mike ever since.
Mark Tice, 4.0 in Norwood, been here 2 years.
My name is Michaela Kranich, and I work at the Metro office. I've been working at 4.0 full-time since 2020.
Hi, Luke Walter from Central Raiders Bus Service here in Norwood. I've been here for a year and a half.
My name is Angela Sheridan, and I work with Westonka Bus Service, and I've been with 4.0 for 3 years.
I am Russell Bodie. I am the mechanic at Howard Lake, Waverly, Winstead 4.0. I have been here for 8 years.
Well, I'm Jeff Fry. I've been here for 2 years off and on, and a year full-time. I work out of the Westonka office.
My name is Cami Kubander, and I've worked here for, this will be 21 years.
Bill Drummer with 4.0 here since 2018, but I've had the opportunity to know Mike for probably the last 25 years.
Ben Volamic, I have been here, this is my 3rd school season.
My name is Tammy Cones. I have been at Kimball 4.0 for almost a year.
Barbara Myers. I'm working for 4.0 since August of 2009.
Hi, I'm Wendy Armstrong. I work for Chisago Lakes. Been working here since 2016.
I'm Dan Swanson. I work at Chisago Lakes 4.0. Been here about 2 years now.
My name is Lizzie Hennick, and this will be my 5th year working at 4.0.
My name is Tanya Bloomdahl. I work here at Chisago Lakes. I've been here 6.5 years.
Hello, I'm Tim with 4.0 School Services out of Carleton, Cromwell, and Floodwood. Been here since 2015, which would be 9 years.
John Brandt, been in Tracy for going on 9 years.
My name is Brent Johnson. I'm at Wabasso and Milroy, and 3 years I've been with the company.
I'm Nicole. I take care of Howard Lake, Waverly, Winstead, and Lester Prairie. I've been with 4.0 since November 2019.
My name is Corey Segura. I am in the Pine City location. I've been here for 12 years.
I'm Justin from North Branch. I've worked for the company for a little over 3.5 years.
My name's Frank. I am at East Central Schools. I've been here since 2020.
Hey, I'm Brenda. I've worked for 4.0 since 1998. Do the math yourself.
My first impression of Mike is that he's a very smart business person and really loves to take care of his employees and loves this business.
My first impression of Mike goes back a long time, and he seemed like somebody that I wanted as a friend, and he has been that ever since. It doesn't make any difference if we don't see each other for a while or if we do. Mike is a true and honest person, always has been, and I believe always will be.
When I first met Mike, I was impressed by his passion for the business and drive for success. I respect his leadership and vision for the company.
He's not afraid to actually dig in and do things on his own to help us. It would have been last summer when he actually was helping show me what actually needed to be done as far as spring cleaning on the buses. He put on gloves and started actually scrubbing. It's not often that you see somebody in an upper management position that'll do that.
My first impression is when I took my test. It's the first time I met Mike, and he was the most calming person. When you go to take a test, you're so nervous, and he just made me feel so comfortable and calm, and it just surprised me, and it impressed me. He's still that way today.
My first impression of Mike was he was a pretty nice guy, very easy to talk to. He was very patient. That's what I saw in Mike when I first met him. Now, after getting to know him better, I would have to add he has the same features, but he's a very honest man and he's a very spiritual man.
My first impression of Mike was I really liked the guy before I even talked to him because he pulled up in his Challenger. No matter what goes on, what happens, I can always talk to him about cars, and that's one thing that we have in common.
Mike actually walked into my office very unexpectedly and said, "Hi, I'm your new boss."
So that's how we started our relationship.
So don't take this the wrong way, but the first impression of Mike was he had a lot of muscles and he smelled really good. Now my impression of him is he's a really good, loving family man. Seems to really love his children, and he's a hardworking man, and he would do anything for you. He'd give you the shirt off of his back.
He made a deal with me. Work for me for 6 months. And if you're unhappy, I will pay you for the next 6 months and you're on your way. I'm still here.
How many years later?
What is it, 16 years?
Yeah.
15, 16 years. I always thought he was a good guy, good to work for. I enjoy working for 4.0, and part of it is because of Mike.
Was very surprised at who he was. He didn't look old enough to own all this. And I thought he was a very nice guy. And to this day, he's a very nice guy.
I had a really good impression of Mike when I first met him, and I thought, this is really a down-to-earth guy here. And that hasn't changed since. He's still just a really good guy.
Mike is a very kind soul, a well-rounded person.
My first impression of Mike was that for a company owner, on how calm he is.
He'll do whatever. He'll knock heads around, and then he'll throw sand around to get buses moving. What doesn't he do?
My first impression of Mike Hennick, I would never have walked into the restaurant and expected that to be Mike Hennick. I was picturing just this big fancy suited 110% professional person, but not saying that Mike's not professional, but walk in there, there's Mike standing there, gets up right away. How's it going, Tim? Handshake, the true handshake. It was a very, very nice first impression. How I look at Mike now is the same man as I met 9 years ago.
My first impression of Mike was that of a very professional individual. And now that I've gotten to know him more, I realize that he is all about family. He's somebody who's really easy to talk to and really wants what's best for not only you, but for the company as well.
He still smells the same. Like, you can always tell when Mike's around. You can always smell his essence. Very good smell.
My first impression of Mike is he's a good businessman that wants to be very professional, have a good working company. I still feel the exact same way, other than now I do realize that it is very family oriented.
My first impression of Mike, quite honestly, I was scared to meet him because I had no idea what he was going to be like. But I soon found out that he was a gentleman, a man of faith, and super encouraging.
The first impression of Mike, I knew he was supposed to be the boss, but yet he was out peeling stickers off buses the day after Thanksgiving alongside of us. I thought that was pretty awesome. I seen him crawl up on the roof and cut a hole in the ceiling for the hot water wash, but it was storming that day and he was still up there cutting a hole. He didn't have somebody else go up there, he did it. What boss would do that? Awesome.
So Mike had a positive influence on me when I would watch him years ago when he would come into the shop and he would put on his overalls and get under that bus. And I thought, wow, you're the owner of this company and you're doing mechanical work. And that's when I learned that he was a mechanic.
No matter how bad the day is, he always left it better. No matter how bad of a day you had.
That the world will not come to an end if I make a mistake.
Mike has had probably way more positive influence on me than negative. The simple fact that the shenanigans, I will say, we pulled when we were younger were probably just as much my idea as his. And I'll leave that said just like that. As far as what type of influence does he have on me now? If anybody is out there and wants to lead their life in a manner that's befitting with God and befitting with treating people proper, he'd be a fine example of that.
Mike has a big heart for people.
The impact that Mike has had on my life is that I've seen him helping other employees. If they are in need of anything, he's always there to help them. You don't see that today.
The first time he really had an impact on my life was after we were selling our family business to him. It was a very hard situation for me, and he was just comforting. It was almost like he understood where I was coming from, and he was reassuring me that I was giving my company to someone that was going to take care of it as much as I wanted it to be taken care of. I had the utmost respect for him that day, and I really appreciated his kind, tender way to handle the situation.
He always relates to us, leave the situation better than you found it.
He's got the ability to think outside your normal circles or think bigger, like a bigger picture. It's not just about here where he's at all the time, but it seems like he's always involved or thought outside of normal responsibilities in life.
He believed in me when I didn't believe in myself and talked me into coming up here being the manager from being a mechanic. I never thought I could do this.
Drawing out of me what I didn't know I was capable of.
So last year at about this time, we were in pretty rough shape. We were short on drivers. The weather was terrible. There were some times where I wondered whether I could still do this. And in that time, he sent me a text message, a small gesture, but it meant the world, because he said, he just gave me encouragement, just thanked me for what I'm doing, gave me some encouragement to keep going. And it meant a lot.
I've always admired that you inspire excellence everywhere that you go. You're always telling all of us to leave everyone and everything better than we found it, and I think that's where a lot of your success comes from.
Mike had the biggest positive impact on me when he hired me. I've talked to him about a lot of personal issues I had in my life, and he always made time to listen. And like I said, he had faith. The reason I am where I am today is because of Mike Hennig.
I love working at 4.0. Feel like it's kind of a dream job. Very lucky to be here. Love the teamwork from top to bottom, from drivers to corporate staff. It's great. It's a great environment.
I appreciate being at this company. I felt very warm and welcome when I first came here, and I continue to feel that way today. It's like another family.
Home away from home. Wish I found this company 10 years ago.
I like working here because of the people. The amount of help that I've got was unbelievable.
The company culture allows me to be me.
What I enjoy with 4.0 is the trust they give you to do a good job, to run an operation in their name.
The thing with 4.0 and with Mike, he says, this is your baby, you run it. You're gonna live or die by what you do.
Company culture is very family orientated. I love seeing his children working for the company, his siblings, his nephews, whomever. That is part of my heart, because having a family business myself, it's really important part of you being a successful business is having your family involved and being on board with you. And I love working for 4.0.
I love that he allowed me to do what I was passionate about.
You feel like you are making a difference every day.
I work with good people, and drivers are fantastic. The people in the office, same thing.
I love working for 4.0 because they're so family orientated. That's the best thing.
What I really like about working for 4.0 is the flexibility and the chance that I still get to be a family man.
Well, the company culture is fantastic. We usually have extremely good coworkers in the management area, the mechanic area. Everybody seems to work together. I can call up pretty much anybody that's employed here and be like, hey, what do you know about this? And they're game on.
What I love about 4.0 is all the people, getting to know all the managers. The longer I'm here, the more I feel like I know them. So when we get together, it's always fun just to talk and catch up, and developing those relationships. It just gets better day by day by day. I think the company does a great job of encouraging that. That's by far my favorite for sure.
It's nice that we can reach out to other locations and kind of lean on other people to learn things or be able to help other places. I really like the family-oriented culture. It's really nice.
I think we've got a family atmosphere going on, and it's good to be a part.
He treats you like a family. That's why I stick around. It's like a family-owned business, and it's always been that way. I've enjoyed working here.
What I appreciate about upper management at 4.0 is in my 30 plus years in the professional world, I've had the most support here, the friendliest staff, easiest people to get a hold of, and getting whatever I need to make my job flow smoothly.
They let each individual be themselves. They don't ever try to change you and who you are as a core person. They treat everyone as an individual, and they also pick out the good qualities that person has, and they usually try to match them up with a job where those qualities just shine.
They trust us. They trust us here. We don't have to have anybody looking over our shoulder.
I appreciate that you don't get in our business.
They are so understanding, and again, everybody's calm, just not Mike, and everybody else in the upper management is very calm and understanding.
I know that they have my back, whether it's professional or personal.
What I appreciate most about upper management is just them knowing us. We are not numbers, we are names, and they know every one of our names, and they know most of our kids' names, spouses' names. They know everything.
They're there when you need them, and they also leave you alone if you don't need them.
I appreciate the upper management because they're approachable. All of you guys are so approachable, and you treat us like human beings, not like you're above us, you're with us. And I think that's the coolest part about it. It is a big family.
Congratulations out to Bob on stepping up from being 9 years ago, being the parts guy, to now he's part owner. I'm excited where everybody's going, and I'm excited to see where the future leads.
Bob, I mean, Bob's awesome. What can you say about Bob? You know, he's a wonderful man. Once again, he's always there. If I call, he answers every time, no matter where he's at, and he helps.
I always enjoy harassing Bob and getting picked on by Bob. And Bob's actually kind of the main reason why I'm here. So I guess he just didn't give up on me when I turned him down the first time.
Bob, always jovial, always, kind, ready to listen.
Have to admit, I keep telling Bobby's my favorite. It kind of goes to his head. He teases me a lot. I really like that. I like to give it back to him.
Bob, stay close to your uncle. You couldn't find a better example.
I've watched Bob and Bill grow up into great people, and what I think is really neat is how those two started here on the grounds, and then they were gone. And then Bob came back and worked at Glencoe, and I still didn't see Bill. Then one day I was cleaning a bus in the summer, and I walked in the shop, and there was Bill and Mike, and I'm like, oh, how awesome is that? He was back on board again. It was pretty neat to see that.
When we're in the trenches, Bill is always right there in the trenches with us. When support is needed, he offers it, and when it's not, he's just there for laughs.
Bill, we're cut from the same cloth. He is maintenance driven. Whenever we get together and talk, it's like we're best friends.
I had the pleasure of interning with Bill for a few months before I was hired full-time, and I can honestly say those were some of my most fun and memorable moments working at 4.0. Bill's a very get-to-it guy, but he also knows how to have fun at work, and as much as it embarrasses me to say, I do really love working with him.
Bill, awesome. He really is family-minded. I love him sharing family pictures of his children because I love his children. They're super cute, and I think it's really wonderful what a great daddy he is. My first thing on Aaron was, man, that dude's got some pipes. He walked in the door and I was like, holy cow, this guy is smart and he has got some big arms. So nice guy, very gentle guy, and he's patient with me on the computers. Please, I thank you for all you do.
Aaron, I lean on Aaron a lot. I mean, he's been so helpful. Every day I'm emailing Aaron. He's just a great guy to work with.
Dan always has my back. He always has my back. He's calming, and if I get like a little crazy, he kind of puts me back in my place and settles me down calmly. And I appreciate that about Dan. I know he's thinking about retiring, and I'll miss him greatly, and I'll miss hearing his calm voice.
I'm so sad that Dan is retiring this year, and I'm really gonna miss him.
Dan's a guy that I can't thank enough. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dan.
Dan has given me the simplest and most life-changing advice ever without even knowing it. And I can truly say that I would not be where I am today without it. Dan, I'm gonna miss working with you, and I'll forever pride myself on your offer of adoption.
One thing I'd like to tell you, Mike, that I really appreciate is how generous you are. I've seen you in a situation where you've just overheard that it's somebody's birthday, and on the way out you will give them $100 or something like that. That's amazing to me.
Probably the thing that I would tell him that I've never told him is thank you for allowing me to be me and allowing me to lead and having the confidence in me to do that. I know he's a man of faith, and he has told me several times that this is my ministry.
The thing I admire about Mike is his risk when he started the company and also to grow 4.0.
Dad is undeniably Mike wherever he goes, and it's honestly pretty cool and very validating to see him act the same at work as he does at home.
The business acumen, ability with growing a business and managing a business has been, it's impressive to watch.
I have a lot of respect for him. He has always been good to me. He's always treated me very well. He's helped me get to where I am. He never gave up on me.
He's a lifesaver. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have this opportunity with 4.0.
Thanks for the birthday cards. I love those.
I've told him, and I'll tell him again, thank you. I love this job, everything about it. I mean, a brand new fleet of buses. The company's been supportive since day one. The generosity's just been great.
Just to thank you. I thank you for letting me be me, letting me enjoy the things that I was passionate about. So just to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me see that I can still strive for excellence, but now can chill enough to laugh when it throws me a curveball.
What I don't think I have told him enough is thank you. I am here to pay back what he has given me. So thank you, Mike.
I don't know. I've been pretty straightforward with Mike. I would say he built one heck of a company and he's got a wonderful family. I don't know of anybody much better than him in my life.
Something I've never told Mike, I am up for adoption.
Will you adopt me, please? I love Mike. I love the company. I love Mike.
Words of wisdom from Mike. So this is the hardest one because I look up to him a lot. I admire him. So it's hard for me to give him advice. But don't wait to do the things that you're dreaming of. So oftentimes people wait and they wait too long. Do them today. Don't wait.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep pursuing new opportunities.
You're going in a really good direction with the company. Keep things moving forward and keep the positive atmosphere as best you can.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I think he's a God-fearing man and that's his goal and he's doing it.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're making it great in life.
No, he's doing fine just on his way he's doing it now.
Keep doing what you're doing, guy. You're not afraid to say what you think, and I really appreciate that. And you stand up for what you believe in, and I think that's a sign of a really good leader.
Just keep being the way he is.
Stay the course. I mean, what you're doing is I think it's working.
Don't ever retire.
Keep being you, dude. Obviously it's been working. Got you this far. Keep her up.
Just keep being you.
Don't be lost in the corporate world. You are great as it is.
Keep doing what you're doing because it's been effective. You're a good leader, and I'd follow you into a burning building and out.
Don't change. Be who you are. Enjoy the time you got, good or bad, and run with life.
Don't change. We love you the way you are.
He's got lots of wisdom. He knows everything. Think about it. He's done the mechanics. He's done the dispatching. He's done everything. He's went from and he's did it all by himself.
Mike, just want to thank you for the opportunity you've given me over the years, especially for the opportunity for growth, and I look forward to more. Thank you.
I don't know that there's much that I haven't ever told you, Mike, but I will say this. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to have you as a friend. Mike, thanks for everything.
Mikey, hey, I just want to say thank you for the last 20 years that I've been here and congratulate you on actually making it 30 years. That just, unfortunately, this day and age just doesn't get to happen anymore. To come from where I started 20 years ago with you, with just Lester Prairie and 15 routes and Mound West Tonka to whatever we have now, 26, 27 school districts and people all over the state, has been an amazing journey for all of us and all of our people in the company. And we just want to say thank you for all that, for kind of heading the charge there and all the work that you put in over the years. And as we keep growing and transition stuff into medical transportation now and in more school districts and more van routes, you know, the great experiment is we just keep experimenting. So, but honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you, appreciate everything, and let's keep rolling.
And I'm never playing in between with your father. He steals all my money.
You're not the only person that said that about his smell.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bob and Bill, yeah.
Still want to hear the straight. If you start bleep, he's gonna throw the away.